Good morning, guys. All right, waking up today a little bit more of a tough day. Ooh, it's windy outside. I'm waking up today homeless for the next 3 days, and so I went to book a hotel because I'm like, oh, I can book a hotel like no problem last minute. Well, apparently there's like 2 different games going on this weekend of rugby or something, and not lying to you, every single hotel is booked. I looked at least 20 hotels ranging in prices, and then some of them start at like $800 to $1,000 a night, which obviously I'm not going to do that. I would rather sleep on the street if I had to. And so my friend Anthony's been helping me trying to figure out where to stay, and I've looked even like outside of Brisbane and there's just like nothing. So then I went on Airbnb and I was able to book something relatively close, but it's pending. So I think she has to approve me, but it's like a nice, tranquil, little peaceful area with this nicer lady. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm feeling the mental exhaustion today. Like, I don't really know what to do today, but just kind of wait. I do want to check out the Story Bridge and then Eat Street Market. So I'm gonna try to do all those 3 things at the same time, like later today. Things are looking pretty stressful. It's all just like lack of organization is not my strong suit, and I just wish everything would just kind of like finalize and then I can just start my trip. But yeah, that's how the morning's going so far. I still have not adjusted to the time change. It's like 14 hours. So I'm feeling pretty tired, but it's all right, guys. There are way worse things out there. I'll be okay. All right, guys. I just went to the thrift store and I decided to buy a chair because it was $5 and I figured I would need a chair if I'm at like a campsite or something. So I added this to my luggage now. I also bought myself a towel for like $3. Some bed sheets for whatever mattress topper I get or mattress. This was $3. And I bought myself a decent blanket. I guess it comes with pillowcases maybe. This was $10. I got myself a full bed now for my car, but I don't have the car. And lastly, the car comes with a DVD player, so on those lonely nights out in the forest, I'm gonna rewatch the same movie as many times as I have to. The Holiday. It's a good movie. I've seen it before. I also met the funniest guy who works there, and he just helped me pick everything out, and we were just talking, and I asked if he wanted to be in the video, and he goes, I get too camera shy. So then I just said, what's your favorite thing about Australia? And he said Melbourne. And he was trying to tell me, like, you know how like he said the people are beautiful there. So I don't know what that means, but he was pretty cool. He said he's been to Vegas and LA. And then he told me that Halloween in America is crazy because he went to Hawaii for Halloween, and he said he's never seen so many sexy nurses dressed up before. So I don't know how they do Halloween in Australia, but it's kind of funny. You guys, this day just keeps getting worse. My Airbnb got denied because she requires at least 2 good reviews on the person who's staying with her. Oh my gosh, I think I just need to sleep on the street, to be honest. I don't even want to try anymore to find a place to stay. I might be able to stay with Anthony, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm waiting to hear back from him. That was such a good little meal, and it only cost me like $7 US. Super cheap. Everything's so healthy out here. And the guy who served me last time, he remembered my name from like 2 days ago. He's like, it's Jamie, right? I'm like, wow, people are just so nice. I finally got an Airbnb booked, and I think like I'm staying with the family. I'm not really sure how it works yet, but I'm so relieved. And I'm walking all the stress off. Sometimes if you're just really stressed out, you just gotta go for a walk and just take everything in, you know, the wildlife, the air. I'm actually cold, like I have goosebumps today. It looks like it's gonna storm. So I'm just walking up and down the street, just looking at houses, and it's nice. This is where you really get your independence from. You better believe my inner child is coming out right now. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so dizzy right now. I can't even see it straight. This is too fun though. I'm just enjoying myself out here with all these cars watching.
Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're sailing on top of the
That walk was so needed. I feel so much better now, and I got to see my first up close kookaburra, and those things are like huge. I mean, like, you're talking like raptor size. Like, it's not just a songbird, it's a pretty large bird with a very sharp looking beak. I tried to get him to talk to me, but he wouldn't say anything. I just saw a dead skink, blue-tongued skink, like right next to my hotel here, right in the city. I don't know why it died. It was kind of weird. But holy cow, I did not expect Brisbane to have so many animals, like, in a city. I am shocked. Like, usually you have to go outside the city to find nature. But this city does have a lot of nature. Like, I'm loving Brisbane so far. And I'm not a city person, but I could live here. Like, I honestly would be happy living here. I'm excited to go to Eat Street Market tonight in Story Bridge because I need a little vacation in itself, because it's just been a lot of stress of like paperwork and all the documents and stuff. And I heard from the guy across the street that East Street Market is super fun. I think they have like live music and a lot of different food. It said it was, I think, like Australia, Asia, Europe, North America, and South American food. So we'll have to try some good stuff. I'm trying to keep my appetite open and available. All in all, it's like I have tough days when it comes to legal stuff, but then Australia, just being Australia, just makes up for all of it. Like, it's just, I can't go to bed mad. Like, I'm happy in the morning and I'm happy at night. It's crazy. And in the middle of the day. Guys, a couple more things that I noticed is Australia is like a strict country, okay? They've got a lot of restrictions with their government and, I don't know, parking and driving and legal ages and all this stuff like that. But I almost feel like their strictness benefits the people. Like, America's kind of the land of the free and all that, but because there's such a lack in restrictions, I think there's a lot more damage done with people being able to do whatever they want or not really learning the proper rules before they can do something like driving. I don't know, I understand it now being here because, you know, I know Americans will look at Australia and be like, oh, it's such a strict country, like I wouldn't want to live there. They don't have guns or they don't have this or that. But when you're here and you kind of see that the people are happy and it actually is benefiting the people, then you're like, wow, like that makes sense. Like, it really makes a lot more sense. So I thought that was cool. And I don't know if I already mentioned this or not, but the drinking age out here is 18, and I actually think it's a good thing because they kind of start people young, like getting into that you're allowed to do whatever you want kind of thing. You're an adult at age 18, and I actually think it promotes earlier maturity levels where like, oh, they're already going to the club or they're doing this or they feel like an adult, so they're going to move out at 18. Whereas America, drinking age is 21, I feel like people mature a little bit later. They don't move out right at 18 anymore. I know I didn't. So that's something else that I noticed, which was quite interesting. College is also free. Healthcare is also free. And that's another thing, is like other people who don't live here will be like, oh, well, you know, you're clearly paying for all that in your taxes, so it's really not worth it, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, I feel like there's always a balance. So I think Australia's got it figured out. Okay, like I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I'm sure there's a downside, like for healthcare, you have to put on a waiting list to go and get a procedure done or something, so it might take longer. But if the country's relatively healthy, which I've noticed it's very healthy, then people probably don't have to go to the doctor as often. I only saw like 2 fast food restaurants, KFC and Taco Bell. And what is hilarious is when I was telling some people like where I was, they were like, oh, are you in Annerley by the KFC and the Taco Bell? Like 2 people knew exactly where that was, because those are like the things that stand out, is the fast food restaurants. Now this is the city, so it could be different when I start driving up the coast. But I love how healthy the food is out here. It's like anything you order, you just feel like, okay, like my body's benefiting from this. It has nutritional value. I just adore this place. And I'm about to go to the North Shore. I sound like I'm a true local there. And I'm not even hungry, but you know I'll eat because I can't stop eating the food here. It's delicious. And I walked about 4 miles already today. Just walking. I mean, you could walk everywhere. My legs hurt. So I'm going to probably walk a lot more when I get there. Wish me luck. I can't wait to show you. I can't wait to see it myself.
Peanut butter, mint, chocolate, salted caramel, strawberries and green cookie dough, and lemon meringue.
Ah, that was a lot. What were the first few?
Peanut butter and mint.
I'll do peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Sorry.
I spaced out there. I was like, wait, what? This is literally the coolest place I've ever been to, and it just keeps going. I don't even know where it ends. They also don't use plastic straws here, which is really cool, but I got the dragon fruit drink and it's so good. It's a type of tea. Wooden forks. You guys, I have no words. This has been the most incredible day ever. I just keep getting more and more impressed with everything that I see here. It's so cold right now that I have to like run to warm up because it's just windy and it's like freezing. This is so cool. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you all about the details when it's quiet. Oh my gosh, I finally made it back. I have so much to say, but I'm probably gonna forget half of it. That was amazing. Like, guys, I'm telling you, I'm not a city person. Like, I'm not an architecture person. Like, I appreciate it, but I don't really go out of my way to see it. And that was just like mind blowing. Like, the lights turned the water purple and the nightlife was just amazing. I mean, there were so many people. There's so many different options for drinks and like where you could hang out, and they had these little like fires, and people are so nice. Like, you could just walk up to anyone and just ask them like, hey, where's this or that, and they're just so friendly and they go, no worries, you know. I swear I actually am getting wrinkles on my eyes from smiling too much. Maybe that and the bags from not sleeping well. Something interesting I realized was, if you're from America or a crime continent or country, you have a different trained brain. And I'm realizing that now because as I walk around by myself or I walk around at night in the city, if I was in America, like, I would have to be very aware, very paranoid, and like my brain is trained to look out for crime, like, you know, people trying to mug me or kidnap me or kill me or whatever. But here it's like you feel like, oh, like I'm in the city by myself at night, like I'm scared. And then you see another girl your age walking around, and then another person your age, and then a family with kids like walking around, and you don't see anybody that looks sketchy. It's unbelievable. Like, I didn't think a world like this was actually possible. And I'm not being naive or stupid, like I'm just stating the facts. Of course, there's crime everywhere. But I'm just saying, where I am right now, these past few days, I have not been sketched out once. There has not been even a single Uber driver that has scared me. Like, I can't believe this world exists, and I'm just so happy I got to come here when I did. Like, if I never came here, I would have missed out on all of this lifestyle and observing all this stuff. Also, they love to wear helmets out here, and they actually put helmets with their scooters, which is adorable and like super smart. I could totally do this for a job. Like, sign me up. I will be your friendly YouTuber who goes and travels and gets paid to do it, even if it's solo, because this is just literally like a dream come true. And I have to say too, being solo I thought would be weird, but it's pretty normal. Like, once you get used to it too, and like a lot of other people are solo, it doesn't feel as odd, and you actually notice more details about things because you're not distracted by talking to somebody the whole time. And so you really get to take it all in a lot more, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm so going to bed at 7:30. I don't care what anyone says. There's nobody here to yell at me, okay? Also, I don't know if I said this already, but they don't have a lot of fast food restaurants that I've seen, which makes sense. Like, you know, people are really, really fit out here. Like, there's not a lot of fat people. And I know America is like one of the biggest countries for having overweight people. And I forgot what else I was gonna say. Oh, like, this is silly, but like, you know, your typical mean girls, like if you go to a club or something and there's like a clique of girls, they're not mean girls out here. They're nice. They will talk to you and they will look at you and they will compliment you. They're very different. There's like no competition. It's more like friends. Like, you could just be friends with them. Their garbage bins, or I should probably call them rubbish bins. They have a compost pile, and you can throw the whole dang thing in there with the food, with the plate, with the forks, all of it, because it's all compost, because they know what the heck they're doing on how to save the environment. It's just like, I want to live here. I really do. And I'm just tired now. I'm gonna get loopy again. Alright guys, I'm gonna end this video now officially, I promise. So have a wonderful night. I check out of this hotel tomorrow, and then I head to this Airbnb with these 2 people, and maybe I'll get them on camera. We'll see. Stay tuned for the next video. Love you so much. Have a blessed day. Alright, see what I told you? I was totally going to end the video there, and then I remembered the funniest part of the day. So when I got in one of my Ubers, I did a pool Uber so that it'd be cheaper, and somebody actually did jump in the car. The Uber driver got lost and forgot to pick him up. And he goes, "Are you Graham?" And I was like, "No." This was after he already had me in the car for a while. And then he was super confused. Anyway, when the guy got in the car, we were talking, and then he said that something iconic happens at that bar I was at. And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Once a year on Australia Day, they race cane toads." I was like, "What?" Like they race the toad, like the frog, like the toad? He said, "Yeah." Oh my gosh, I would pay to see that. Like cane toad races. Like nobody even likes cane toads. Also, my other Uber driver, I had like 3 Uber drivers today. Maybe 3. 3, yeah. The first one, we had a little heart-to-heart. I gave him some words of wisdom and encouragement because he got laid off his job, and he was like an engineer, and now he's Ubering for like income because he has no income and he has a family. And I told him everything happens for a reason. It's all gonna work out. Like everything's temporary. Don't stress. I was like, you know, maybe there's a reason, bless you, that this is happening. And you know, I told him to keep his hope, and I said, I have faith. You're gonna make it out alive. Like it's gonna be fine. And he was very nice. I like connecting with strangers. I love strangers. Why do our parents tell us to stay away from strangers? It's probably only in America.